First and foremost, we want to welcome everybody to the first episode of the Mama's Boy podcast. I go by the name of Bait.
I go by the name of John.
Who else going next?
Oh, my bad. It's Teroy, the smoothest brother on your TV screen.
And I go by the name Juwan.
And we are the Mama's Boys. This is our very first episode, very first podcast, man. Could one of y'all brothers want to tell the viewers what they can expect when they watch the Mama's Boys podcast, or how Mama's Boy podcast came about?
Well, I know what they can expect. They can expect the real and the uncut. You can expect different topics every time you log in, and we're just gonna be talking about the real. We're gonna give you our perspectives. We're gonna give you our experiences, and we're gonna keep it 100 with you at all times.
Big facts, big facts, big facts. Anybody want to tell them how the whole cast came about, as far as like the concept of Mama's Boys?
I think you'd be best for that.
So just to give you guys a little backstory, I was talking to my fellas, man, to my bros, and I was thinking of a dope idea of a space where men can really have an opportunity to voice their opinion, voice their thoughts. That it wasn't really out there. I know a lot of people have done a show like this or done things like this, but we wanted to bring a different spin to it, because when you hear Mama's Boys, you mostly think of the negative connotations of being sensitive, being soft, emotional. And so we wanted to attack that stigma and that stereotype and show there's nothing wrong with being raised by a woman. And we also wanted to talk about man-related issues that men deal with, relationships, commitment, which is what we're going to be talking about today. What else? Being a black man in the workforce, or just being a black man in general, and being a man in general in the world, and things we got to deal with as a man. So that's why we came about with Mama's Boys, and we all was raised by a mom, majority of our life. So I thought it'd be a dope idea to do something like this. So thank everybody for tuning in. Shout out to we have 14 people tuning in, but we back to 9. But shout out to the 9 people right now. And if you are watching the show, please say what's up to us so we can, chime in and talk to you as well. We're going to definitely have a section where we do have our viewers chime in with us and talk to us as well. But without further ado, let's start that topic that people came to see, man. Why are men not committing, man? Relationships versus friends with benefits.
Ooh.
Right? So starting it off fire. Starting it off right? You gotta start off with the hit. So let's start with the first question. Why do y'all feel men are not committed?
John can go first. I only say that because John is the one in the relationship.
Big facts. Big facts.
Yeah. So what people gonna find out real quick is that myself and Juwan as well, we both in relationships.
He just outed you out like that.
Hey, hold on. Where do you?
I guess it's safe to say, you feel me, that men don't necessarily fear committed relationships, or don't want to be in committed relationships. I'm in a committed relationship myself. But when I think about it, like they say, I think guys out there, they got options, especially young black men. We all educated as well. They got options, man. And I think until they find what they want, why not go out, have some fun, get a couple friends, and enjoy your best life. That's wrong. And at the same time, I speaking for myself, I think when you find a good one that you like, and you see yourself where, you jump on it, and you feel me, you do what you got to do, and you jump in that committed relationship. So I definitely saw mine. My soulmate jumped on it real quick, snatched it up, put it in my pocket. That's how I'm rocking. And there was definitely that, like most young brothers at that time in my life where I was on a run and doing my thing, but now I'm in this committed relationship. So that's where I'm at.
Mm, mm. That's real. That's real. What about you, Juwan? Like, why do you think men are afraid of committing, or why do you think they're not committing?
Men are afraid of commitment because of trusting their partner. Some
Mm,
some African American men growing up, they grew up not being able to trust certain people in their life.
mm,
Um, and I feel like them being able to give you could say their heart to another person, being afraid that it's going to be broken, it kind of pushes them away, or in some cases, it pushes them to just want to have fun and not be tied or committed to anyone.
mm,
So for me, I feel like one of the main problems with men committing is just basically trust.
mm,
And like it can go both ways. Trust issues can go both ways. It can go male, female, but I feel like for a male, that's majority of what it is. And also, sometimes they just want to have fun. They, like I said, they don't want to be tied down to nobody. So you know, that's that.
yeah.
And and I want to know what y'all experience was like. But I say for myself, man, growing up, being around my older cousins and some of my good friends, man, it was cool to be a player. It was cool to be a Mac. It was cool to have a couple of them. You know what I mean? It was kind of corny to be in a relationship. So I think early on I bought into
Yeah.
that. You
Mm,
know what I mean? I definitely bought into that. My big cousins and my uncles was in my ear like, you know what I'm saying? You better not be spending no money. You better not be buying movie tickets. You better be buying this. You better be buying that. You know what I mean? I better not catch you doing this. So, and I really bought into that for a long time. So, I think that really
Yeah.
played it as well. Trying to fit in and trying to impress my older cousins and some of my older friends.
mm,
Um, I think that, and I think you can definitely carry that. You can carry
right.
that into your adult years as well. You can keep that mindset, and I think some of us do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I
Well,
Yeah.
for me,
Because I
I think I don't have the answer, but I do have theories. What I do have theories, and I
Wait,
feel like there are reasons why men don't commit. And I think, speaking for myself, I think one of the biggest things is just timing. I think timing plays a matter in it all, right? Because there are times where a man is ready, he'll settle down, then he'll break up. Like, I ain't doing that again. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it all deals with the male ego for sure. All men are very prideful. We
Mm,
are very prideful. We refuse to get hurt again. You
mm,
know? And then there are times where it's like, man, I'm done playing the field. Like, I want to settle down. And it's like that might be this. He might be 35 by then, but
right, right.
I just feel like one of the main reasons, because I don't have the answer. It
mm,
just timing. I think it all deals in timing, man. Like many people don't fall in love in high school anymore because they want to experience life.
mm,
You know,
mm.
it's
Hey,
like
look,
I'm still young. Why would I settle down now? And I got so much to do, so much to live for. But then you could be missing
Mhm.
out on the good things. So
right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Look, Teroy said, you feel me? Timing is key, and I think it is. And he said, what'd you say? I think he said it might be 35 or something.
Yeah.
Then think some niggas, it be their second family. Then they ready to commit. They done had a couple kids. Then, then it take them a while to say, you know what, time is right.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
ready. I'm ready. You know what I mean? Shit, it be like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
I would agree and say timing does play a key role as to when men and why men are not committing. I think too it's so much. It's so many like females out here, and it's like damn. Like I had this thing when I was even in college. You seen so many bad women. And it's like I don't want to just settle down with one right now. It's like a little kid in a candy store. When your moms tell you only can have one candy, you get upset. You like, well, damn, I want some of the licorice too. Why you gotta take the sour patches away? You feel what I'm saying? Like you want all the candy in the world. And I think as a man, we have to go, in my opinion, we go through this cycle where we want to experience life. We want to have fun, dib and dab in a lot of things. So then when we get to this point, like I've done it all, I don't need nothing else. There's nothing new. There's nothing new you can show me. I'm ready to, take my life in a different direction. I think that's when they probably, open up the idea of committing. But especially being young and in college, I wasn't really thinking about being in a relationship until after I had a lot of fun and my name started to get out like, oh, you a hoe. So it was like, oh, I need to change it up. I need to change it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I had too much fun. And then me having too much fun started to get a bad rap. And I'm a real person that's really, care about his character and his name because that's all you got at the end of the day. I was like, well, let me try something new. You know what I'm saying? And so I think another thing too is trust. It's hard to really trust somebody to have your best interest because you're so prideful. Once somebody hurts you and somebody breaks your heart, it's like, I don't want to love nobody else no more. I'm done with everybody. I don't want to see no woman. I'm about to do everybody how they do me. It's like a monkey see, monkey do. And sometimes I think we do miss out on good women who really care about us, who really want to see us grow, who want to see us advance in this world. And then we end up falling back into that trap, getting with another girl who probably, gonna end up doing a shady. And then we going through that cycle all over again. I think once it gets to the point where man heart is damaged, they don't want to commit no more. They're like, I'm done. I lost hope. Women are more likely to commit before men because men they hold grudges. We hold grudges forever. You can be some shit you did when you was like in middle school, and when you see that nigga in college, like I don't like that nigga. You like that was like so long ago. Why y'all still tripping? I don't care. He did that.
Very prideful creature, and I always say, man, like you'll forget people, but you'll never forget how they made you feel.
Bet.
And hurt people. It's a factor in life, man.
That's big fact. So speaking to Jawan, since you are younger, you know what I'm saying? You're in college. What made you want to stay in a committed relationship at a very young age?
Well, to be honest with you, I honestly didn't want to stay in a committed relationship.
All right. Is your girl watching right now? She watching?
No, she is. And the crazy thing is, she knows that.
Oh.
We've been together since high school. And like she was also scared, to be in a committed relationship with me because we were supposed to be going our separate ways. I'm going to college or whatever. And she was scared. And honestly, I wasn't looking forward to, being with her long term. But
she ain't watching, right?
No, she watching. But the thing is, once you get with somebody and you feel that connection,
that McDonald internet.
You can't just let go. And it's like you're gonna either build and stay with them, you're gonna let go. But if you feel like it's worth if you feel like it's something worth keeping and wanting to stay committed to, then you do whatever you can to, keep that relationship through the ups and the downs, no matter what's going on. And that I was caught in that situation, especially leaving, going to college.
Real shit.
Like we have the ups and downs, still have the ups and downs. But all you gotta do, if you feel like this is somebody you trust, somebody you want to be with, and you see a future with them, then you're gonna do whatever you can, to stay with this person. So that's how I feel about it. Being young, like growing up, my uncle's cousins was always like, hey, you're a good looking young man. You need to have a few women, on the side. Even have your few cougars or so forth. And I'm like, okay, I understand. One of my uncles had told me, you ain't single until you married. He was like, you single until you married. And I'm like, wow, you saying this to me? But
until you married.
But I was like, I gotta break that curse. I gotta be different, So
that part.
That's how I feel. That's where I'm coming from.
So before we chime into the next topic, let's ask the viewers, our 9 people that's rocking with us right now. Why do y'all think men are afraid to commit?
Oh, we got comments, boy.
You got some comments?
I want to
I'm like,
ask something too. I know we hound at the viewers real quick, but something I do want to add, especially for a lot of young men, and myself included. I think
mm-hmm,
part of it is, man, men want to have fun.
mm,
You know, and when when you're dealing with a woman, and then
Yeah.
sometimes right, you going back and forth, you arguing, you might be fighting, and it's like, why? And you're not trying to argue, and you're not trying to fight. You feel me? The
mm-hmm,
young is gonna go on to the next. He ain't trying to deal with no confrontation. So
mm,
why with you and what you got going on in your issues when I can just bounce on to the next? You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So I ain't got to nobody. I can just continue to have my fun. I call you, you get the tripping, click, and it's on to the next, back to the contact list. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's another part of it.
Right.
And I say that to say, you feel me? But you find that one where you want to put up with their shit. You feel me? Because you love them enough. So you're going to put up with their shit. You're going to learn to
Mm-hmm.
figure out their shit. So yeah, I can coexist and keep that committed relationship together. Because I think that's, one of the biggest things is how men handle conflict and how women handle conflict. You
Mm,
know, men, they talk with their feet. You feel me? They gonna get up and leave. You
mm.
know, so I think that's a big part of it too.
Yeah, I think you could be onto something when it comes to a younger man's patience. Like we have very short patience. It's like, man, I'm out of here. A lot of times when we deal with issues, sometimes we don't know how to conversate and communicate those issues. So sometimes our best way of communicating is just walking away, like you said. I'm out. I need to avoid you. I need my space. You do you. I do me. We talk when I feel better, type thing. You know what I'm saying? And it
Exactly.
kind of hinders us when we need to work through those tough
Right.
situations. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, being a mama's boy, when you dealing with relationship issues, you always pick up the phone and call your moms and be like, "Mom, this is what I'm going through," and I don't know why. 9 times out of 10, she will make it logical, make you understand the whole story, but she always find a way to be on your side to make you feel good about everything. You be like, that's what I'm saying, mama. That's what I'm trying to tell you, And she be like, boy, you too young to be all in lovey-dove right now. You need to live your life. You need to enjoy yourself. These women ain't go. And then when you hear that, it's like, oh, hell yeah. You know what? I've been thinking, I've been thinking, we should take a break. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not always the best advice, but I think, being able to learn how to communicate those things come with experience.
Definitely. A lot of
So
experience.
to chime in on some of the topics, my man Elijah said the accessibility of Instagram nowadays, I say, has also added to men not coming to a point of commitment. Someone is only gonna be ready on their own time, but again, always caught in the rush. He also added to that, said, another here, he said, of another here or another girl, there's a real life or IG. Those habits built can be very hard to break. Ooh. And then Malachi said, why settle when you can get what you want without commitment? Ooh, ooh, okay, okay.
Ladies, you got some competition.
I know, right, right. E. Grant said communication is the biggest barriers in relationships. That's dope. You guys take that statement out of context, though. Ooh, ooh, okay, okay. Malachi also, oh no, Micaiah. Let me say that right, so she don't beat me up. She said, "Men going to play with women that allow it over and over until they meet the one they want to settle with, and that is what. And then it's new man who this." Mm.
Michaela, how you know? We're gonna have to square up. Michaela, what's happening? No, I'm just playing. You know what? Hey, I think there's some truth to that. I think it's some truth to that, and I think it's partially that, and then also, you feel me, a man deciding that that's what he want to do, and
Mm.
that's who we want to be with. You feel me? I think it go back to what Teroy was saying. You know what I mean? It's with the time. You feel me? You get to that point as you grow and as you mature as a man. right? With the more experience you get, you realize,
Right, right.
when you in a committed relationship, you have to put up with your partner. You can't just get up and leave. You can't just bounce. You can't just pick up the phone and hit up the next one. You feel me? You grow.
Mm.
And speaking to my experience with my girl, you feel me? My girl is strong. She independent.
Mm.
She gonna tell me what she feeling. She gonna tell me what's on her mind. She gonna let me know when I'm tripping. She gonna try to slap me upside the back of my head. And sometimes I need it. Sometimes I need to. Sometimes she need to tell me what's going on. Tell me I'm fucking up and I need to get my shit together. You feel me? And I'm like, damn right. And I will. You feel me?
I think to
Too.
address the question that Imagine, Elijah, and Malachi kind of put together, uh, today's it's scary to think about how kids are growing up now today with
Mm.
so much access and like them not having the social, what's it called, the social
Uh,
their social skills just
social.
suck,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now all the social media, it's so easy for them just to shoot a DM, which is
Right.
already the communication barrier, which Imagine said is already like lacking on that because this is all they know, right?
Right.
They don't know how to take somebody and like be in their company and just talk to them, be open and truthful about everything, right? But
Mm.
Instagram is there. It's used for like, it's not a Tinder, but it's used similar the same way. They put stuff out there so people can see it, right?
Right.
Like likes are more important than what's in your pocket. Likes are
Mm.
much more than what's in your mind, right? Because
Mhm.
wealth is not in the pockets. Wealth is a state of mind. But
Mm.
today's kids, all they see is like YouTube and Instagram. This is all they know. So it's very scary to think about how they are going to grow. Now, we are kind of lucky to be blessed in both scenarios. We're like 90s babies, so we understand both worlds, right?
Right. Right.
But even still, it's still hard for us to commit. I mean, 2 out of 4 of us are in a committed relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been single for 7 years,
Mm.
right? I mean, it's not
Damn.
on purpose, I don't think, but I mean, just the way I lived, I just chose to put my career kind of first. So
Mm.
I've met amazing women, right? Who just either weren't for me or just at the time I just wasn't ready for that because I had other priorities, which is like me moving to LA, me
Big
trying
fact.
to get my career going, me trying to like, do different things to where I'm happy with myself. But then the next question comes is, well, T-Roy, if you want somebody's gonna be down for you, but then you're also trying to make it. How you know the woman when you're making it is really gonna be down for you? So I'm like,
Mm.
wow. So that blows my man. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it just goes back to time
Right.
and what you feel
Right.
God has for you.
Right.
So
Mm.
I just
Right.
want to tackle kind of all the questions that were asked.
Yeah. 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 I think when you say that statement, we all some men that's not in relationship like myself. We so focused on. I'm focused on my career, creating that financial freedom for my family and my soon to be family when I start having kids and settle down and things like that. But my biggest fear is understanding and knowing if the girl that I find, what if she finds me when I'm at a different level in my life, career wise, when I'm financially free, I can do a lot of more things. Do she really like me for me? Or
Right.
is she liking me because of what I can do for her? You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my biggest fear. And but to combat that, it's like, do I settle for right now? You know what I'm saying? Because what if I find somebody who's at the same level doing the same thing that I'm doing, grinding, making things happen, independent, and
Right.
things like that. So it's like I don't know. And when would you ever know? Will you ever know? Or is it like one of those things like I guess you have to wait and see? Because somebody can be here, hold you down when you at the bottom. So when you get to the top, they use you and pedestal somewhere else to do something else. You be like, I don't want you. Especially when you start being on if you go to a downward spiral, you're not balling like you was. They go find somebody else because now you introduce them to that life that they never been exposed to, and so they
Right.
like, yo, I'm with this dude now. He doing X, Y, and Z. You ain't nobody no more. And then so how would you
Damn.
ever know that they really want you for you? You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a movie. Shit. You feel me? Like damn. But hey, you know what? I tell you what. Let's go back to what one of the brothers in the comments said. He said he talked about communication. Um, and I think that's part of it too, Davion. I think that conversation. You know what I mean? As you get to know somebody and you talk to them and you share your dreams and your aspirations. You feel me? What is that conversation like? You know, because I think I definitely, especially at a younger age, had that mindset that I'm gonna get to where I want to go, and can't nobody get in my way, can't nobody slow me down, right? Was definitely having that mindset. You know what I mean? It's like my bar was set here. If you wasn't right here, you feel me? You couldn't come with me. But having that perspective change, like I could bring somebody on who's compatible, right? Who's, you feel me? We got the same interests. We can get there together and might be able to help me get there. Might even, you feel me, make me sharper and make me better. You feel me? So I think a lot of the times we have, a lot of the younger men have that perspective too of, feel me, I'm getting to where I'm going. It don't matter. Ain't nobody stopping me, and she not gonna get in the way. And if she do, I'm gonna kick her to the curb and keep it pushing until I get to. So I think that's a part of it too, because I was definitely that young bull that was like, hey, feel me, it's either get with it or get lost.
So even going back to the comments, when they said, let me go chime down. When they said, what did they say? I think Malachi said it. It was going leading into relationships versus friends with benefits when it said, why settle when you can get what you want without commitment? How do y'all feel about that?
It's a lot of pressure on women. A lot of pressure on these women because you got to be a lady, you got to be a freak, you got to be educated, you got to have the whole package. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they try to say men are dogs, but it's some women out there barking too. You feel
Facts.
me? And they don't make it easy for the girls that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to get in these committed relationships. So I think that's a part of it too. You know what I'm saying? I think women they down for the bullshit too.
Yeah, I want to say before I really get into this conversation, that topic. I also think that some women think they want that, but are not necessarily ready either. You know, I've talked to women who, like, you know, just as friends, like, and I ask them questions. Why do you want to be in a relationship? And it's really no really answer for it. I did just feel like that's what they're supposed to do. I'm like, I think you should know yourself first and know what type of man that you want. What's the value that you bring to this plate? Like, what do you bring? You know, and you have to look good in people. Like, we go into different relationships, things happen, and we take what happened in our past relationships and take it to this new thing that hasn't even started yet. So we're already messing up, right? So to answer the question, in my behalf, relationships versus friends with benefits, I guess it's all what you give a person. I mean, some people won't even allow you to come in their presence. Like, I'm looking for a boyfriend. Is that you? No. Then okay. Then this isn't going to work. Cool.
Right.
You have to respect that, right? And you just never know what people's intentions are. So it's always good to talk. And the older I get, the I realize communication is key. I learned that through various women who always told me, Teroy, you don't communicate enough. Teroy, you don't do your feelings. Teroy, da. Right? But at that time, it's like, well, what you supposed to do? But now as I'm learning, growing,
That
all of
part.
them were right.
That part.
My communication sucks. So I am trying to open myself up more and communicate and express how I feel. You know what I mean?
Big
So,
time.
and I think the benefits of a relationship, man, is having somebody that's gonna be down for you versus a friend versus benefit. A friend versus benefit know what it is, and they not necessarily down for the roller coaster sometimes. But a person that you have, like the two men who have relationships, they know if I call my girl, she down for me for whatever I need. Baby, my hand is
That part.
broken. Can you come wipe my booty for me? But she gonna do it. But she gonna
Right.
do it. You call her friend
That
with
part.
benefit. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I
I'm gonna
hope
answer it
I
that
hope
way. I don't. Hey,
I hope my girl was watching and tuned in when T-Roy said that, because the expectations have gotten a little bit higher.
Oh, sweet. He said my expectations.
Higher. You feel me? Nah.
Oh, I'm about to cry, man. I'm about to cry. I would say relationships and versus. I think when it comes to friends with benefits, it's easier in the beginning because there's no strings attached. There's no emotions at that point. But eventually, those always fall apart because emotions come to tie. You first you think you're cool with just having sexual intercourse or just chilling time to time, and then it gets to the point where somebody starts feeling somebody else. I mean, feeling that person deeper than just a friend, or they see them as a relationship possibility, and so that's when it becomes that very complicated situation where it's like, yo, I don't know. Either the guy's feeling the girl or the girl's feeling the guy or whatnot. And then when it comes to a relationship, I think people are just not, when it comes to some men, they're not ready to really go all the way in. It's like marriage per se. It's like, I'm not ready to call this person my wife because I don't know if I did everything I wanted to do in this world before. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know if I'm ready. But again, I know somebody in the comments said there's no right time. You would never know. You just got to do it. You just got to fully commit to something. If you're going to commit to a relationship, you got to commit to that. If you're going to commit to doing the friends with benefits, then you could try to commit to that. But eventually it's going to get to a point where it's going to get complicated, where you and that person is going to start express and have feelings for each other, where now she going to hang out with another dude. And I know I'm prideful. I have myself, I be acting like I don't be tripping. But if I'm in a friends and benefits relationship and the shorty hits me like, yo, I'm about to go hang out with one of my other friends, I'm like, oh, for real? All right, you go do you. But in my head, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I hope he ain't hitting those. I hope he ain't. What he doing? And I'm not supposed to be tripping because it's not my girl. You get what I'm saying? But it's that prideful, territorial thing. Like dudes, they say, yo, we're cool. And even sometimes for women, we get in this thing like, I don't want nobody else getting what I got. You know what I mean? Y'all can go eat, but don't take them home or don't go home with her or whatever the case may be. So you even establishing rules like you in a relationship already. You know what I'm saying? So it's like almost a mini relationship without actually putting titles and labels on it. And I think when it comes to relationship, I just think people are just not ready to take that full step because, again, trust, knowing if this is the person you really want to commit to. Because I'm at the stage where I'm like, yo, if I'm ready to commit, it's like I'm trying to look for the long term now. I ain't looking for no temporary, we chilling, we go a relationship, because shit, I'm only getting older. I ain't getting no younger, you know what I'm saying? So I want to have a family. I want to build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not out here just be dating just to be dating. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm just single, trying to figure it out, because I'm not just want to mess around no more. I don't want to play no games with nobody hard, and I don't want nobody playing games with me. So it's just almost like I want to make sure I'm ready. And then when I'm whoever the girl is, she gonna get everything I can give her, and hopefully she the one. I will never know if she is, but at least I'm gonna give her everything I got in the tank, plus more. And if it works, then that was the one I was supposed to be with. If it don't, then nigga, I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm in trouble, bro. I'm in trouble. You feel me? Because it's gonna be tougher. But that's how I feel in regards to the relationships versus friends with benefits, though.
Ooh, we got anybody else in the comments?
What about Juwan? Juwan ain't talked about the friends with benefits. How do you feel?
How I feel about the friends with benefits?
Yeah.
I feel like the friends with benefits, it can, as much as you may say that there's no strings attached, whatever y'all doing.
He got the McDonald internet. He got the McDonald internet. What you say?
You cutting out. Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost Juwan.
When Juwan come back, we'll have a time, man. But what about you, John? Did you talk about your thoughts with friends with benefits?
Go read the comments.
Read the comments?
Yeah, what's in the comments?
Okay, so we got okay, that's not my name. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I think she was talking about me when I when I said her name wrong. Okay. Elijah said, hopefully we can move to seeing relationships as an addition to our happiness, but not the source. Ooh. So then
That
maybe we can move in ways where those fears are less on the front of our minds and we can and then Christina says, speak. Makaya, I know I'm saying this wrong. She gonna kill me. That's no pressure. Elijah actually added today. He said, just live our lives together and respect each other's feelings and time because we don't own one another. That's deep. The way of thought is where some that way of thought is where some of the fears come. Sorry for the long essay. No, it's all good, brother. And then Micaiah said, "Women are a hot mess. Mm. They use what they have to obtain what they want. Men are gullible and will fall for that."
Ooh, who she done took advantage of?
That's like a whole other topic for another day. That's like a whole topic
Nah,
itself.
Big fact. Big fact.
but look, she keeping it all the way 100.
Right. Right.
All
That
the
is
way.
true.
It
Those are
happens
some,
on weekends.
they do. It's a
Yeah.
two-way street. I think back in the day, you didn't hear about women doing it more so. It was more men. Papa was a Rolling Stone type thing. But now women have changed the game, bro. Women, I don't know, they became so ruthless. They know what they doing. They know how they doing it. And they get what they want, by doing it. And dudes, we like that little dog, trying to get that bone. We chasing like we just going to get it, wherever they throw that mud. We going to get it, and then we get it thinking we got a bone that we can have. Then they take it away from us. It's like, nah, this ain't your bone. It's for somebody else. And you like, well, damn, you
Right.
fooled the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? So I think now that's a topic we can talk about later. Just how the roles has been reversed now. Like now, women, it's like, yo, I ain't selling that one on. I'm out here getting me. I'm getting my money, and some men are looking to try to settle down too. So I think that's a dope topic we can talk about in the future. But Juwan, your internet back so we can get you your point across, and then we can get our final thoughts of the day, or our mama boy thoughts of the day.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You at Burger King now or what?
Nah, I'm not even at home. I wish, but what I was saying was the whole situation with friends with benefits. It can stem to something bigger than what it is. Like as much as you may say, strings aren't attached or so forth. Like they know their role or your role. When it comes to friends with benefits, whatever y'all doing, it can stem to more. Somebody can end up catching feelings. Somebody feelings can also end up getting hurt because you may not want, you don't want a relationship with them. You just see them as somebody you can kick it with and hang with.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, they whole feelings then changed. It's not mutual no more. They want more than what you giving them right now. They want that relationship. They want to be committed to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, with the friends with benefits, sometimes it's just a word that's thrown out there to cover up whatever you got going on.
Right.
So that's where I'm coming from with that whole situation.
I remember having a real conversation with my homegirls. This was like back when I was during my undergrad. So I was probably my second or third year in the college and having a real conversation with my homegirls, and we was talking about this, and it kind of take me to I know some of y'all, I know Juwan and Davion. I don't really mess with Insecure, but that's my show. Shout out to Issa Rae. It came to a point in Insecure during the first season. I think it was the first season. It might have been the second. I think it was the first though. But old girl called Lawrence a fuck boy. Lawrence, and this is something that my homegirls they broke this down to me way before Insecure had came out. Right? It's like, especially when it comes to like these friends with benefits, right? My homegirls was saying, you feel me? You play the role of boyfriend right? So you might take them to the movies, take them out to eat,
Mm.
ask how they doing, check up on them, might even send some flowers, and y'all just friends with benefits. You feel me? Just like Insecure, Lawrence was being cool, and nigga went to the barbecue, the family reunion or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He doing all this just to be cool, just to be nice, right? But they, you know, they still just friends with benefits. My homegirls is like, don't do that. You feel me? They like, if you just trying to knock the boots, just knock the boots. You feel me? It ain't gotta be kosher. You ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta act like you Romeo. You ain't gotta pull out the extras. Like, they like, don't do that. Don't play those games. Like, they telling me, like, you know, that's messed up. I'm like, damn, but you feel me? You just being cool. You just being nice. You just treating me like, nah, we don't want none of that. So to me, that was a game changer. That shifted my perspective. I was like, huh, never thought of it that way. Then I see Lawrence on Insecure getting called a fuckboy because he doing the same shit, and it's like, yeah, girls don't like that shit, and I guess that's how they be catching feelings when you doing that.
Mm.
Friends with benefits, and you acting like you a boyfriend. You doing everything like a boyfriend would. Moms get sick. How your mom's doing? She straight? You feel me? Whatever the case may be, and then it's a problem.
Mm.
And you in trouble when she ain't fucking with you. She mad at you, calling you a fuckboy when you just thought you was being nice.
Mm. That's deep. That's deep. I think when it comes to that, like I'm too nice. You know what I'm saying? I am. I'm just a nice guy. I'm gonna keep it a beat. Like, I'll feel bad sometimes. Like, yo, in the moment, I'll be like, yeah, I did what I needed to do. But then I feel bad. You know, I'll be like, well, damn, I just did that. Shorty like that. And I got sisters. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 sisters. So I think about like, yo, like I'm doing this to females. Like, what if niggas doing this to my sisters? You know what I'm saying? Like, getting what they want. All right, I'll check you later or whatnot. And so I'm a type of dude. I would really like in a moment. I'd be like, "Oh hell yeah!" I'm talking to my dudes, but when I ain't with my dudes, I'm like, "Well, damn, I just did that shit. That shit was kind of fucked up." Like, damn. And so I try to ease it over. Like, you want to go to get something to eat? You go you you wanna go watch a movie?
You're not calling the Uber, Davion?
You know, you want me to try, you want me to take you home. I don't want you to, have to find an Uber. Like, I feel bad about the whole situation because I always think about, like, what if somebody was doing my sisters like that? Would you want somebody doing that to you? But I always try to do now, if I'm in a friends with benefits relationship, I let them know what it is. I let them know, like, yo, this is what it is. This is where I'm at. If things change, I would definitely let you know. But I'm not gonna be like on some just do you dirty, do you dog. Like I sometimes I just enjoy women coming just for conversations. Like, we don't even gotta have sex. I just want stimulate your mind and even stimulate my mind on conversations that men and women really don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes just vibe with a female. It ain't always about sex, or in my opinion, for me. But when it gets there, I try to at least let them know, like, hey, you sure you want to do this? Because I already told you, you do. And then if they jump into that, sometimes I even say no because I know where they mind at, and I don't want to, make things complicated. I want to keep it cool, keep it G. But when I used to do that, like in the beginning, I was like, nah, I'm a fuck nigga. I don't give a fuck. But eventually, I start feeling bad. I was like, yo, I gotta like stop. Like, I gotta chill.
More value to kick in.
My values, right? My values and my beliefs. Like, yo, this not the type of dude I want to be known as. Like, nigga, just use girls for their body and be out. That's just me.
That's why they say we got 2 brains. You feel me? Or what they say, 2 heads. But look, I got a question for Teroy. So, here's my question to you. If you're doing the friends with benefits, and y'all come to the terms and to the agreements, and everything is worked out, right? Now, if she come to you or you come to her with the feelings, are there any ethics in that situation where you should cut off that situation because the lines have been crossed, agreements have been um, crossed or whatever it is, and this person got feelings, and she coming on to you or you coming on to her, do ethics come into play there?
I think well, okay, let me say it like this. Ethics, yes. I think at that point somebody needs to cut it off if that's not what they want, right?
Mhm.
But naturally, as human beings,
Mm,
we're not always going to do that. I've been in situations like that, and it really just is a conversation. Like, well, I'm catching feelings for you, so is it possible to go somewhere else? And I think usually for women, think they can always change how a man feels. Oh, he doesn't want me now, but he gonna want me eventually. Like I can make him want me, right?
mm.
Whereas a man is, don't do that. Don't think you could change when somebody shows you who they are. Believe them, right? So if a man catches feelings, I think that's when he starts to back away. He like, if she don't like me now, then I mean, it's cool. There's other people to deal with. This is why I don't get into relationships in the first place.
Right.
So the man will start backing down. Like, if that's what you want, that's what we're gonna do. Man, I ain't mess with nobody. But a woman, on the other hand, is like, I'm gonna change him. So it's very hard to say, man. I think it's very hard. I think the best thing to do is just have a conversation about what are we gonna do next. Like, what are we
Mhm.
going to do?
Yeah.
Right.
But I've been in situations like that where I have to, like, I'm like, well, look, I'm not looking for that. Now, if you choose to indulge in that, then you understand what this is. That's on you. You know what I mean? But if you wanted to back away, then we could do that too. Because I'm also respectful. I'm also nice too.
Right.
You know, I can back away if that's what you want to do. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
But if you choose to stay in this, understand this is a choice that you're making.
Big
Right.
fact.
That has happened.
Big fact. Let's before we move on, let's talk about some of the comments real quick. Kaya said, "Hell yeah, man, are prideful." Even in FWBs. What's the FWB?
Friends with benefits.
Oh, okay.
I'm like,
I had to think about that, dog. I'm gonna give it a five. I had to think about that. Nigga, why, like friends with benefits? Nigga, what you thought? Nigga? Like, yo, and then imagine what is how you say it? Is it
Imagine.
imagine? He said, believe me, they are doing that to your sister. Laughing out. And then he also added to that, if you not that kind of guy, then don't do those types of things. There are really guys out there that don't care. Let them play those roles. Okay, I rock with that. And then he talked about the two brains laughing out loud. Christina said that is wrong. Some dudes be playing like they are fathers of the year, knowing they only friends with benefits. Okay, y'all so late. They are son. And then Christina said they are or whatnot. Yo, he said they are doing that to your sister. Best believe. Now I gotta go to sleep thinking about that. Like, yo, I gotta call my sister. Like, yo, don't let no nigga in your house Netflix and chill you at all, nigga. None of that. All right, none of that. You feel me? Oh man, but I think we had a lot of great discussion, fellas. And I think it's at that point, where we keep it so raw, where we not finalize, but we wrap up and we get to like our mama's boys thought of today when it comes to why are men not committing in relationships versus friends with benefits. If you had to sum up your whole perspective on this topic, what would that be like?
For me, I would say again that I don't have the answers. I just speak on experiences and things that I have seen or believe going talking to other people. So that's how I would sum it up.
Mm, mm,
I say, man, and this is just speaking, um, through my experiences, especially to the brothers who might be on the edge or might be going back and forth. They don't know. Um, just realize, man, it's gonna be a beautiful face, a beautiful mind, a beautiful body,
mhm.
beautiful personality. It's gonna be they all gonna be there. If you in a situation, man, just know that you're gonna have shit in your next situation. So if you like the person you with, or you digging the person you going back and forth with, you might as well go ahead and see what's up if that's what you're ready for. And then also to the brothers that think that was like myself and was saying, I'm here and I'm going to the top. And if you ain't trying to go where I'm trying to go, you can beat it. I challenge them to challenge that perspective. You feel me? And so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, big fact.
Can you repeat the question for me?
How would you sum up the whole topic that we talked about today? Simple as that.
The way I would sum it up is don't get into something you feel like you're gonna regret later on in life.
Mm.
Or don't get into something you feel like you wouldn't want being done to your sister, your daughter, your mama, or so forth. Because like Davion said, if you think back about the shit you've done and how you made other people feel, how would you feel if you found out that it was your mama, your sister, your daughter, and just think about it. Don't get caught in a sticky situation you can't get yourself out of, or somebody feelings getting hurt. So that's basically how I would sum it up.
Big facts. I would say sum up everything in my perspective is don't allow fear to dictate your choices when it comes to commitment, being in a relationship, and don't try to take the easy way out because sometimes it may seem like it's an easy way, but it end up becomes more complicated in the end. So if you find somebody that you connect with, that you vibe with, looks aside, because I know we always get up in the looks, and that could be a topic we can talk about in the future. But all looks aside, if somebody you meet that you connect with on a different level, then take that chance, take that risk, commit to it, and then see what happens. You never know until you actually know. But you got to jump. You definitely got to jump. And so that's just my perspective. What about before we wrap up, man, what about the folks that's viewing? How would y'all sum it up if you had to sum up this topic in regards to why are men not committing in relationships versus friends with benefits? What would be your finale? Like, how would you sum it up if you had to use it in one word? What would that one word be, and why?
And I'm gonna say, everybody, practice safe sex. Safe sex. we gonna promote it. Practice safe sex, and don't fuck up nobody's life. You feel me? Don't do that. I say, like, if shit getting toxic, you feel me? We need nobody with records. We don't need nobody harming themselves. We don't need none of the bullshit. You feel me? If shit is going bad, you feel me? Do what you gotta do to walk away. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck up nobody's life. I'm gonna say that too, because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there fucking up people's lives, and a lot of motherfuckers out there, you know what I'm saying, they ain't having safe sex and taking their responsibilities and other shit. So I'm gonna say that. But everybody watching, we promote safe sex.
And thank you everybody for the comments and just watching us for an hour. Like
big fact.
I'm not that cute, I'm kind of ugly. So people watch me for an hour. Ooh, that means a lot.
Right.
I appreciate that.
Right. So Imagine said immature. Kaya said I had a guy tell me it was only supposed to be sex with us until he realized I was a great person. Big facts. And then Imagine time that he said, nah, laughing out loud, I'm joking. Good discussion, guys. Appreciate that. Kaya said he caught feelings. Definitely happens. Christina said, you want some tacos? I do want some tacos. Tomorrow Taco Tuesday. Y'all got that juice.
That's a trap.
That's a trap.
I know, right? You hungry. Don't listen to your brother. Shout out Insecure. And you still like cheese in your eggs, baby. I'm sweet. I'm sweet. All right, y'all. But we definitely appreciate those that rock with us for this first episode. You can definitely catch the highlights of this episode on our Instagram. at the Mama's Boy Podcast. And then you can actually watch it on YouTube as well. The video will be live for sure by Wednesday because we got to edit up and things like that. And we will be back next Monday with another dope fire topic. So if you like today's episode, please be sure to check us out next week. Follow us on Instagram. I know it's going to be looking kind of plain right now, but we're going to get all that worked and ready, looking real fire real soon. But we definitely appreciate it. I go by the name of Bake again.
I go by the name of John.
And I'm still the smoothest brother on your TV screen. I go by Teroy.
And I go by Jawan.
And we are
The
Mama's
Mama's Boy.
Oh, we both at the same time? Mama's boys.
We'll get it. We'll get it. But we rock. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We're about to get up out of here. Peace.